All right, so this is question 2, and I should have said at the beginning, we're going to divide this into about 8-minute segments to make it easier to get online and for people to digest. So all the videos will be labeled part 1, part 2, part 3. We'll put the whole thing up there. I'm not editing this. We're going live. I've lived in Derby for, I guess, 4 years. I bought a house 2 years ago, so I'm now a homeowner here, so you got to listen to me. I live over on Hawthorne Avenue. You know, I probably make, I'm struggling to make my payments just like a lot of people in Derby. I'm definitely not a wealthy person in any way. And the tax bill that I saw, my taxes went up. And of course, it hurts to have to pay a little more. So I just wanted to ask you, I of course sat through all the meetings on the last budget. I can't help but feel, and I know I was there. I know this statement isn't even completely true. I can't help but feel that my increase in taxes went to give some city employees a raise, because in the last go around they had, I think it was 3.5 to 4% after taking a zero 2 years before. But how do you respond to that?
You know,
it's not an issue I've heard brought up anywhere.
And that is true. Is that, you know, the raise that we had to go up is $500,000. And we bantered. We became very innovative. We ended up taking the insurance from the Board of Education side, city side. And what's intriguing about all this is that going back 5 years ago when Janet Robinson was the superintendent, I asked the superintendent back then, let's merge the insurances together, and I'm sure by creating a large group that we would save a lot of money. So, you know, especially during this year, just because of contractual raises for the teachers, raises for the public works, the police, city hall, just contractual, and the increase on our electric bill, gas bill, fuel, everything, we had to raise it $500,000. Now, that's without even giving the different departments their budget
to keep the city
functioning without eliminating any of the services. It looked like it was going to go up 1.5 to 2 mils the past May. I don't know if you remember, and it was crazy. So,
and the 4%. Am I right? Is that 4%, or is it 3.5? Whatever, the 3.5 to 4.
No, I don't remember. It's
in that neighborhood.
3 to 4%. Yeah.
From what I understand, that was decided. I mean, that actual contracts were signed in the past, and the thinking was, and correct me if I'm wrong,
the economy was good.
And that the expectation was that the economy would take it up.
Right, there'd be no problem.
Did you ever think of renegotiating some of those contracts with the city hall employees and saying, look, we can't give people 4% raises in this economy?
You know, last year we asked city hall workers, the police union, and they all forgave their raise. They pushed it back their calendar a year. So, you know, we asked again this year if they would do it. They says, "Hey, we didn't take a raise last year. This year we got to take a raise." So, you know, I didn't find fault with it, but at least they did what they had to do. And you know, in today's day when times are so bad, you know, in the public life. An owner or a boss, their decision is quite easier, especially when you don't have to deal with unions. You know, it says, hey, we can't afford a raise, but I can afford to keep you working. And so this year you're not getting a raise, or you're not getting a bonus, whatever it is, you know, whatever the structure may be. But when you're dealing with unions, and you're you know, I'm not saying it's bad or it's good, but you have a contract. Yeah, it's not as simple. You have a contract that you have to live up to, and whether it's a city or Sikorsky's or whoever it may be, if there's a contract, you have to follow the contract. And if you ask the members to not take a raise, it's their decision to make. You know, we can't put a gun to their head. You can't twist their arms. Um, so with that said, is we asked them 2 years in a row. The first year they didn't take their raise. They pushed back their calendar, and the second year, they says we need to have a raise.